thing lately where like every device has required me to like reset and restart constantly. So like I've been just very confused. Okay, there we go. I don't know what that was or why, but we're good now. That's, yeah, definitely a bit of a moment. All right, you know what? Good enough for me. Good enough for me. Okay. What's up, Ian? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Having a good time and a great day. Thanks for being here. All right. Like, I really don't like this one. Like the way that this, I don't like the way the symbol is, you know? It's the symbol inside of the C that just really throws off the ability to make this legible and readable, you know? Just speed ran energy drink? Oh boy. Gotta stay home and not go to school? Nice. You know, I feel like nowadays, like, you can just basically, like, I feel like you can just go do school online, you know? I feel like you can just do school online. Alright, and then Skeleton Server was fine. Then Starry Night Palms. Let's see, Starry Night Palms. Because let's see, because this one they just wanted to have it say Curacao, which again, yeah, because I mean, like, the way that the symbol to see is been. How's your day been? Overall, just started. I'm a bit on the tired side because I was up until about 2 a.m. making some money, you know, making some side hustle money. Trying to, you know, make money, make life, and overall not a bad time. I had a lot of work to do, and yeah, but thankfully for the most part yeah, I think for the most part I'm trying to get all my other bits and bobs here, but thankfully I've got a pretty good plan how I want to get things done today. Gonna make some steak for dinner tonight. Welcome in, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Gonna make myself some steaks for dinner, and then assuming that everything goes awesome, amazing, and well, yeah. Gonna do a lot. But like I said, I'm feeling pretty okay overall today. And overall, like, I think what my main side thing is $14.99 Dutch Caribbean top. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you. Welcome in. Caribbean. And then, of course, does the fancy sea exist? Curacao. All right, epic. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to remove the tracking from these things, and then I think we're gonna do maybe not that many. Overall, day's going pretty good. Lucindy, good to see you. Welcome back in. It's a pleasure to see you in the stream. Welcome. Good to see everyone here today. Hope you're all doing happy, healthy, and well, and hope everyone's staying warm. I know there's like a big national like cold front going about. But yeah, guys, we're just chilling out right now, trying to get all this various projects done today, and hopefully as long as things go awesome and amazing, we're gonna be able to get a couple things done on our huge list of things today. So yeah, it's only -10 here, very warm. Damn, crazy. That's wild. Oh, I just realized I gotta get this thing here. Actually, in the Philippines and it's tonight, so I hope you have a good day. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time, that's for sure. All right, and then just gotta change up this thing here. All right, and then we're gonna go over here to 161. And then survey says 2 points down still. 151.5. Oh yeah, chat. Today's gonna be an interesting day because like I'm gonna probably take a power nap at some point later today because I was up and about until about 2:30. I racked out actually pretty quickly. Like I remember like getting to bed, being on my phone for like a brief moment, and then I racked out so fast. Like I went through so much. All right, so we kind of got that one done. Good. And then coiled turtle. Let's see. Coiled turtle. Now on this one we can definitely, oh, I see what they did there. All right, and then coiled turtle. Okay. I was confused for a moment, but I understand what we did here. All right, so we kind of got this done. Shabinkage, shabam. And then somewhere in here. What in God's name? There's no way. Please don't tell me. Okay. Whew. I thought for a second there we didn't fix this at all, and I was about to be like, there's no way we literally were about to send this out, bruh. Oh man, I would have, I don't know what I would have done if I had saw that. That would have been a really rough circumstance right there. It's like, okay, at this point we deserve to get yelled at because my god. All right, so we're getting through this big project for the Dutch Caribbean region. Obviously, as you guys can see, we're doing it for Curacao today. Right now, if I can get this thing to be nice to me, I'm just trying to get this all situated. All right, and then we've got Curacao, Dutch Caribbean, maybe like one, no. Again, it's this new tail added to the sea that unfortunately just makes it very comedically, weird, you know? All right, so that's a good one done away there. And then, oh, I gotta do that too, damn it. And then grab you. All right, grab this. And then without bleed is 137.73. 137.73. And then we're gonna add a nice little, and we're just gonna add a nice little itty bitty bleed to that thing there, because doesn't need a lot of bleed, but it just needs enough to be fine, you know. All right, Curacao, Dutch Caribbean. I don't know why the word Caribbean always throws me off. Like it doesn't feel like a right spelling of the word, but it is, you know. I don't know. It always like throws me off personally, but all right, let's see here. Cool pineapple. Okay, so this one, let's see, cool pineapple. All right. So we can grab this thing here. I feel like you can definitely get away with. Hold on. I feel like you could have done this a different way and just did Dutch Caribbean. Dutch Caribbean. Oh yeah, you could totally, like, you don't need the sidebars. The sidebars are there for the small stuff. I don't know. Again, this is a classic situation of me not knowing who the hell made this. And, you know, the solution just being remake it and do it right, you know? I don't know. My brain says, like, we could have just done this the first time and been fine. Yeah, no. Could have been 100% fine with this. What's up, Kimu? Good to see you. Welcome in. Having a good time and a great day. All right, keep it going. Just gotta make it look nice and look good, because that's my goal, man. My goal is just to try to get this. I'm trying to like make things look nice, you know. Although I'm getting hit with like a lot of like long-term projects, and like I'm trying really hard to make sure I'm trying not to fall behind, you know. Like for some reason, like right now, my brain's just like constantly telling me, "Oh no, you're spending too much time on this project. You're gonna lag behind." It's like, no, I don't want to lag behind. All right, and 112.6, 112.6, and 106.3. All right, and then we're gonna go 112.6, and then how's this look? 106.2. Okay, surprisingly, it's actually like pretty dang close to the thing. Okay, yeah. Double check. It was like what, 106.3. Okay, yeah, we're good. I didn't know if I was like close enough to the other thing, but I think we got it just fine now. 106.3. I mean, that was such like a minute change. Like, did I really need to do that? No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, so we got that. Go away. Again, I just don't. I hate this. I don't like how. I just don't like how that is. You know, like to me, the funky letter C is just. It just makes it so. Not egregious. Egregious is too intense of a word, but it makes the placement of characters and letters a little bit more annoying to deal with, and I don't like it. Please play Roblox. I have absolutely no interest in playing Roblox. Absolutely no interest in playing Roblox. How about Fortnite? I mean, I do play Fortnite, but like on very rare occasions, because like I'm not really big into like multiplayer style things that much myself. Can I ask a controversial question? I mean, if it's appropriate, sure. But if it's a bit too spicy, then you're probably best not to ask it. Of course, it depends on what your definition of controversial is. Handle. I just said that AI replace you soon. I mean, technically no. Let me type this thing out really quick here, and I will I'll explain my question. I'll explain my answer to you. So, am I scared that AI will replace me soon? I mean, by technicality, you know, AI is not going to replace, but it's more that AI is going to, you know, become a industry standard for a lot of companies and, you know, larger scale businesses. And, you know, in order to like not be replaced, I'm gonna need to learn how to incorporate and or at least how to understand the usage of AI in the more business sense, because at the end of the day, you know, it's going to require someone to have some degree of like design knowledge to do certain things, you know. Ow, 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 ow. I cast seedless grapes. Any fruit you eat now has seeds. All right, chat. Give me just a little bit here. I need to do a quick little thing real fast. BRB. All right, guys, sorry about the wait there. Hello, hello, hello. All right, we're back. We're back in action. Back doing the thing again. Hoo-ha. Hubba hubba. All right. Cool. I'm prepared. I am ready. Spaghetti. Everything else in between. Okay. Had to do me a quick little thing there, chat. I apologize. Well, it wasn't really quick, but you know. Okay. So back to this again. Boom. Doesn't need it. Okay. And thankfully I got a nice little confirmation from one of my more preferred coworkers that I get to work with. Cool circle, crescent moon, and then dive shark. I feel like on this one, I feel like on this design particularly, I can do something a little bit different here. So with this one, I think we're probably gonna end up doing like Curacao and then Dutch Caribbean. What's up, Arthur? Good to see you. Welcome in. Hoping having a great day. Welcome to the stream. Pleasure to see you. Well, back to doom scrolling. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. All right, Dutch Caribbean. All right, so firstly and foremostly, get rid of all this. Reduce you down to that. Yeah, so technically the stars are a requirement. All right, so we've gotten that there. All right. So yeah, we got Curacao, Dutch Caribbean. Although I think technically I want to do. I don't know. I feel like I think I'm gonna need to do it like this and just draw in a circle and just say ha ha ha, because I don't really know how else I want to make that work. Because as of right this momento, like this is already pretty damn small. Like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna grab this, scooch it down a little bit there. All right, so we got the dive shark going on. All right, yeah, dive shark, Curacao, Dutch Caribbean. All right, cool. I had to kind of like figure on that one there just to say like, meh. All right, and then dive shark, flowing mermaid. How did I do this one? I think I know what I did here, but I just gotta double check. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So, flowing mermaid. All right, so with this one here, we're gonna go all the way back to Curacao, hopefully. Curacao, bam. And then we're gonna go Dutch Caribbean. All right, so now technically the short tops, which again, I don't know. I feel like one of the biggest things I gotta do is like I gotta incorporate a I gotta like think about so many things here. You know what's kind of wild, chat? I've been recently like really like wanting to get back into playing the Fable games, because like, so just recently, guys, they announced Fable 4, or at least they announced the gameplay of Fable 4. And ladies and gentlemen, I got hit with such a nostalgia blast to the face. I'm like, bruh, I want it. I need it. What's up, Braden? Good to see you, bro. Welcome back to the stream. We're having a good time and a great day. Pleasure to have you here. How are you? Hold on. How did this thing get so low? 0.5. Oh wait, you know what I could do here? I'll do this. Let's see, 16 points. Trying to figure out what this is. What's going on here? Big needs this, my goodness. More art. Oh yeah, Brandon. Every day. Every day is more art written. So. Oh. Really? That's how that one is? That's... Well, that's very much not happening. There we go. Stop motion guy, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're having a good time and a great day. Also, what the hell happened here? Why do you feel like you got unintentionally moved? Has it always been like this? I don't know. I feel like for some reason this got oofed a little bit. What in the heck happened here? Weird. Did you make this? Not this particular design. I'm mostly just an editor. I have made designs on stream, but this particular design is not. I'm just editing a design that was made by a coworker, so. But yeah, overall though, it's one of those things where just trying to get the look, the visuals at the end of the day, and hopefully get this to be looking nicer and beautifuler than everything else. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna make money this weekend. That's the goal. The goal is to make money, whether it's doing side hustle stuff, making content. I got a lot of big plans this weekend. My goal, firstly, is to today do art, chill, sleep, make money, and then tomorrow record a lot. Probably play some more Hytale tomorrow. I think that's my goal, is to play Hytale, and then Sunday I would like to play God of War, probably for the majority of the day, if not all day, because I really do need to get it. I need to get working on that playthrough, because like I really want to get into Ragnarok. I really want to get into Ragnarok, but I've just been so lazy, you know. I've been so lazy about playing, which I'm kind of surprised. Like, I wasn't expecting myself like to get like all weirded out with my content, but all right. So we're back to this. Boom. Curacao, Dutch Caribbean, good. And then we've got Mandala. Let's see, that Mandala over here. Technically it should be the other way around. Yeah, this one needs to get adjusted real fast, because I'm hoping to get this working here. Oh man, you know what's kind of wild? You know, January is still weird. I know I said this a little bit last time, chat, but I don't think I really let it set in, you know? Like, I have not made remotely as much content this month as I wanted to. I had a lot more off time than I feel like I needed personally. I had a lot more off time. Nope, that's not great. All right. Get that out of my face. And then we gotta make sure, gotta go through all this other stuff. All right, mandala, boom. And then I need to get a turtle added into this design here. Get out of my face! What up, Carla? Good to see you, bro. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good time and a great day. Pleasure to see you in the stream. Hope you're just having a great day, doing well. Welcome to the beach stream. We're just making some adjustments here today for some clients over in Curacao, over in the Bahamas, or the Dutch Caribbean area. And we're just doing some really basic edits. Nothing too over the top today, but you know what? It's Friday. It's cold as heck, and we're doing the best that we can, you know? We are doing the best that we can. But hey, you know, it's another day. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. I think I really have kind of like gone over my rut, you know? I think I'm finally over the majority of my rut right now, and I'm very thankful for that, because I'm not gonna lie, chat, I did not love this month. I think what like maybe like not genuinely enjoy the month too much was like I got in my own head a little bit too much. I definitely got in my own head, and it definitely worked over time. And I think I'm finally over it, because like, you know, I woke up motivated, wasn't really like nervous or, you know, overthinking a situation, and you know, that to me is awesome. I'm glad to be able to finally be free from my previous issues and situations, you know. All right, and then we got Dutch Caribbean. Again, I don't know why I just don't know why I hate that word. I hate the word I hate the word Caribbean. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good, man. It don't feel good. What up, Auntie? Good to see you. Welcome in, over to a good time. Welcome in on the red side. Oh yeah, chat, by the way, in case you guys didn't see it in the Discord, I'm excited that I'm going to be covering a new indie game, by the way. I'm going to be covering a game known as Blade Song. Basically, from what I found, it's a blacksmithing simulator where I get to build swords and weapons, and I can decorate them as I want. So, really excited about that this weekend. Also, guys, by the way, fun fact, I think I'm going to push my face cam start date. I think I'm gonna start my face cam month event probably starting this weekend, if I'm being honest. I think I'm gonna start my face cam. No, lie to us. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. You want me to lie? I'll tell you how I'll lie. I did not like your pineapple upside down cake. I said it was delicious, but in reality it was dry, Sharon. It was dry. Do you know what that's like? All these months. I won't lie, I think an actual face cam is more conductive to your co-working and design streams. Oh yeah, no. I think like, well, I do agree with you 100%. For gaming though, oh yeah. Well, cause like, it was funny. So the other day I was, so when I finished my stream yesterday, I turned on my face cam on my OBS just to kind of remind myself how it looks like. And oh my God, the thing that annoys me the most whenever I'm on face cam is that when I hyper focus, I go slack jaw. I'm just like that. And oh my God, it's so bad because like what I'll do is I'll get even worse when I'm doing gaming streams, because like I'll be hyper focused and I'll be so slack jaw that my mouth will be motionless, but I'll be moving and like I'll just be grunting enough noise to make words and my mouth will be moving. I'm like, no, I hear ya. RBF's a thing. Oh goodness gracious, I'll tell you what. It's an unfortunate situation, and it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny because like I never thought I had slack jaw issues until like I started doing my face cam stuff. But also like So for a little bit of context for those who are just joining in, my goal for the month of February and this upcoming week is I am going to use my face cam every day, every stream, and kind of bring back kind of like the OG confidence in my own appearance, my own everything, because I want to kind of take a moment to focus back to body positivity and identity, because you know, there's every so often, you know, I get these like moods, these things where like I have to remind myself to not hide behind my model when it comes to me making content, you know, because like I know like a common thing with a lot of VTubers is like, you know, they wear gloves, they wear face masks, they wear black shades, and you know, by all means 100% protect your identity. You know, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. What I'm saying though is like I need to be better about having the confidence in my own, you know, my own visual appearance to be like, okay, you know what, I think I can get back to making content with my face, because I want to kind of prove to myself that I can make content be successful by the power of my own 2 feet, you know. And plus, you know, kind of like bring like a bring it back to the OG days, you know. And I'm also curious to see what people would potentially be like, he's not a small VTuber looking dude. Although I will say, the one thing I am very curious about though is if whether or not people are going to be like, I'm curious if whether or not like some people in the community are just going to be freaking out like, no, he's not cute anymore, brah. Yeah, because like it's kind of funny because like ever since I went into my chibi model has definitely brought in a lot more people, a lot more individuals, and yeah, you thank you very much, Catplay. I appreciate that very much. Like this model has brought in a lot of eyes on my channel, which I'm very thankful for, and I'm very happy to see that that's a thing. And I want to kind of prove to myself that I can still grow in content by, you know, being who I am as a creator. So I think I'm mostly doing this a lot for me. I'm definitely doing it a lot for myself, because yeah, I think it's something really good to, you know, to do for myself. Why is that not right? But yeah, I want to go back to doing a face cam stream for a month, mostly just to say that I did, but also just to kind of like, you know, remind myself mentally that I can make good stuff with my original appearance. Definitely just to bring it back. I think it's gonna be kind of funny though, because like, you know, one of the biggest things like as a VTuber, like I want to try to always tell people that like, you know, my content is based off me, myself, and I. It's not like my brand is not I don't want my brand to only be of my VTuber. And the nice thing about it though is like there are a lot of VTubers out there who do make content with their faces and their models, you know. Like there's this very fantastic bear VTuber who is now becoming he's become a lot more publicly famous because of his like IRL cooking streams, and his name's Barley. Absolutely adorable, and not adorable, but absolutely adore his energy. And you know, he had like this like really cool 3D furry VTuber model, and now he like does a lot more, like he's a lot more notable with his like IRL cooking streams, and it's like, oh my god. So yeah, moral of the story, I want to take a note from other people's books and say, hey, let's make something cool, you know. Do I want to say Dutch Caribbean like that, or can I get away with just saying Curacao by itself? I feel like I can get rid of, I can get away with it saying Curacao. Because hold on, Cham. I'm doing me an experimentation here because I'm curious. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, my eyes are on fire today. I'm on about 5 hours of sleep because of night shift woes, and needless to say, I am tired. Don't worry, chat, and I will be taking a dirt nap, ladies and gentlemen. I will be sleeping hella hard because that's how I want to be, you know. I'm gonna sleep in. This weekend's gonna be good. This weekend's gonna be good for me because I got new games, I've got plans, I've got a better mentality on life right now. I'll tell you guys this, one of the best things I think that's been happening to me lately is the usage of a side hustle after stream and after work, you know? Because like, a stream is by all means a side hustle, yes, but like, I found like something to like get me out of my house, because I work from home, chat, I am always very constantly just like surrounded by technology, surrounded by noise, and I like to find ways to like get my butt out of the chair. And I've found like just being a taxi driver for some reason has been a really nice and fun side hustle, because I don't know how to put it into words, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, it's just there's something about being allowed to drive around at night, pop music on, and just cruise. It's like there's a degree of like therapeutic and stuff, you know. Hi, remember I said I burnt my lip? Wait, I remember I said I burnt my lip, kind of feeling better, and putting Vaseline on it. Huh? Vaseline? All right. Huh. But yeah, I'll tell you guys what, you know, side hustles are such a weird thing to have, because like for years, chat, for years upon years upon years, I've never really thought about having like a viable like side hustle business or a side hustle thing for me, because my job does pay me very well, in my opinion. My job does pay me very well, but there are just some days where I just want to get out of my job, want to get out of my office, get out of my business, and be like, all right, we're here. And what I've been finding lately for myself is that, like, you know, I just like driving. Honestly. And I'll tell you guys what, one of the funny things about like doing taxi in a college town is like, because like I drive for a little bit to get to like my favorite spots, and like the spot that I love the most is a college town. And what's really funny is just how wild college kids are. And like, I think it, for some reason, it unnecessarily ages me really badly whenever I go to a college town and I hear all these, I say the word kids more often than I should, and I don't know why. I hate it. I hate it when I'm like, oh, look at these kids over here getting drunk and stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, shut up, be silent. You're only almost 30. You're not supposed to be calling these college kids, bruh. Love this commentary so much right now. Oh, it's great. Don't worry. This is like midnight thoughts, Nico. It's fantastic. But no, like, in all genuineness, you know, like, I get real humbled, or I get a really fun perspective whenever I get to deal with stuff. I'm 48, Nico. Shh. Carlo, you may be 48, but you have like the heart and soul of a very happy 30-year-old. Yeah. But no, like, I don't know. But what I say by that is, like, you know, I think it's for some reason, or a disgruntled one. Hey, yo, you know, it's all about that mentality, bruh. But no, like, at the end of the day, you know, it's like, I get so used to my YouTube chat calling me Unk, and I'm also very used to like my YouTube chat being full of, like, you know, younger munchkins. you know? And I appreciate the ability to be able to, like, you know, look into it. Like, the most common advice I gotta give fellas is, like, you know, finding a woman that's a partner and not just like a one and done, you know, see, thank you, come again kind of lady, you know? Like, I gotta tell the fellas about, you know, what it's like to find a wife or a partner that's qualifies for a wife, and then someone forever instead of just whenever. Exactly. Because, like, you know, the biggest thing is, like, the most like common back and forth conversation I have is, like, you know, is college like the best time and place to find that forever person? I mean, and to my fairness, that's how I found my wife. I found my wife during my junior year. Yeah, my junior year of college. Was it junior? I don't know. I found her in college. You need a quality person for your everydays, not just the. Oh yeah, no, 100%. But yeah, and like, but then like the opposite side of that spectrum is, like, you know, hey, you're in college, you're young, you're free, you get to do all this really fun stuff. You should explore life as you can. And, you know, honestly, you know, I think it's one of those things where, you know, you're in college, do what you gotta do, you know. The timing depends greatly on the mutual and even yoking of emotional intelligence and life experience. Age has nothing to. Exactly. No, because, like, and what's kind of funny is I can always tell who the heck is trying to, like, you know, find people, because, like, my favorite thing to like people watch, I love people watching whenever I do taxis chat, and whenever I have to do people watching at the local bar district in my area, oh my god, it's so funny. Because, like, my wife is 12 years older than me and is such a child at heart. I'll take that over a bitter self-centered 20-something any day, every day. Honestly, fair. I mean, like, my wife is a collected. Let's see, how to explain my wife in like fun words that doesn't make her sound like an insane woman. My wife is a thoughtful, willing to be. It's so weird. I've never had to like how to describe my wife in different ways. Basically, my wife is very good about acting her age, but also is very good about being whimsical. Sounds like a reed husband's challenge right there. I mean, you know what? That's how it goes, you know? It do be how it do. But no, my wife is caring, willing to act like a child when is whimsical enough. And, you know, but she's able to be, you know, commander-in-chief when she has the need of it. And, you know, I respect that of her, you know? My wife is a nurse, covers all the ranges of life. Oh my god. And my wife's a vet med person, so she gets to deal with all those other people. I'll tell you what, anyone who works, I have boundless respect for anybody in the medical field, regardless of the species of the person, you know. And I'll tell you what, it is. I have so much boundless respect for anyone in the medical field, because, like, it's so. I would be such a god awful doctor. Chat, I would be such a god awful doctor. I feel like I would be. Oh my god, is it? No, what the? Hold on. Just in case this brings up a bad image, let me just. Shoobity doobity. Meh. Hold on. Hubba hubba hubba. What is the name of this show? I feel like if I was a doctor, I would have like the mannerisms of like the Naked Gun, where it's just like the I would make so many jokes and quips, and I would make so many like blurbs of shenanigans. Like, I would get fired so fast if I was ever a doctor. You'd be like, these booties in your get out of my face and take your dang meds. Yeah, no, if I was a doctor, I would be making more jokes. And I probably would yell at the patients more. Actually, no, not probably. I would 100% yell at the patients more if I was ever a doctor. Because that's just how it goes. In my universe, that's how it goes with everything. Hashtag not a people person sometimes, you know? It's funny. I say I'm not a people person, but yet here I am trying to be a streamer. You know? I feel like it's like that's such like a weird thing, you know? It's like whenever I'm on a camera and I'm not looking at somebody, I have like the social abilities of like the most popular kid in school. But you throw me in like an actual like IRL situation, I'm like, nah.
Thank you for following.
Well, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. It is so weird to me, just like the polar opposites of how I am personality-wise when I'm on camera, when I'm off camera. Whew. Oh, come on. If you're gonna make me sneeze, at least do it fast. Sneeze, damn you. Ever watch ATTYD? What? I have no idea what that is. Being on camera is like people watching. You don't have to like people to indulge in it. I love people watching. People watching is like the one way. How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would say you may want to. That is such like a very hard acronym to think about. But yes, I have seen How to Train Your Dragons. I've seen all of them. I even watched the show for a little bit too. People watching is like one of those like interesting things. Like my favorite thing to do with people watching is I like to play sitcom. I like to play internal sitcom simulations where like if I see a woman who walks around, shades, fur coat, heels, and a mini skirt, I will pretend like she is like the most absolutely like I will make an entire backstory just by seeing her physical character and be like, ah, yes, here she is, Melinda, walking around after another day in the office as an accountant's secretary. She hates her job, knowing all the while that she wants to become an Instagram model because her sister Becky became faster at being a better TikTok person than her. She comes home now looking for her husband, who's most likely cheating on her with her cousin, Derry. Dun dun dun. And all that stuff. Things I hear in the VTubing community. I mean, you know, the VTubing community is just wild sometimes. But no, like, I love making false backstories of people whenever I get to go people watching. It's fun. It's fun. It's funny to me. And, you know, depending on, like, what happens, you know, it can be enlightening. It can be very enlightening. But yeah, no, I think like for me, I would love to eventually kind of, I want to get back into the shenanigans of just like, I want to get back into like my routine, you know? Cause like right now, chat, I'm so out of my routine of like my day-to-day task, my self-healing days. I've been making a lot of content though. Oh yeah, guys, speaking of content, so my editor Geldon, for those who do not know, so he's currently editing a really wonderful video of an indie game that I found called How Fish Are Made. And during my video, I said this very fantastic and absolutely wonderful out of context quote, "Ah yes, the used condom of Philadelphia." And my man literally like made me remember that entire recording day. And I'm over here like, oh my God, I forgot I said this. That's why I love making content sometimes, man. Like you just get those like really funny, really like wonderful moments on a video. And you're like, ah, yes, this will now become immortalized in my world. It's wonderful and fantastic. Oh my God, I don't know, like I'm partly looking forward to it, but I'm also like mortified about like what's about to go down. It's gonna be really really wonderful when that video is made. I'll tell you guys what, I've been actually getting really good at like making more frequent content lately. I've been having a lot of fun with making content, but I'm also like trying not to like burn myself out on like the pace of how much I make. because, you know, I think one of the biggest things I've been finding lately is the fact that for me personally, you know, I still want to make YouTube a full-time gig and a full-time vibe, but like right now, because I'm technically working like my current job and then I'm also doing like my side hustle thing, like I'm still trying to like ease my way into making YouTube a full-time gig, which would be honestly really fun. It would honestly be really awesome to do it. I think like for me, it's one of those where like I'm more curious than anything about like what I could do if I was to make YouTube like a full-time gig. But I think like the nice thing about like, you know, having a job while still trying to pursue YouTube as a job potentially is like, even if like you're not getting a lot of views and you're still like kind of growing, you can at the very least, you know, have the comfort of saying, hey, I am gonna grow over time and I don't have to make a banger YouTube video to pay rent. Like trying to be like a famous YouTuber is like trying to be like a famous rap guy, you know? You're waiting for your mixtapes to hit the streets and you're waiting for people to start falling in love with your music, you know? Like to me, YouTube is just like, YouTube is the new YouTube's just like is that same exact mood and craze where everybody just wants to become the next SoundCloud epic guy. I'll tell you what, man, I feel like streaming is, I'm not gonna say it's popping off, or not popping off, but like I feel like the bubble is starting to shake a little bit, you know? Because like what I mean by that is, you know, recent shenanigans that I've been seeing on content creation have caused a lot more people to be a lot more I think lack of confidence is the word, because you know there's been so much like drama with live streamers, and I think even on top of that too is like I feel like more people are a big fan of more people are becoming fans of watching streamers, because like you got people like Kai Cenat, Queso, I Show Speed from the American side at least, who are, you know, dominating the game. And I feel like a lot of people are just like not taking as much time to grow and become a part of a community. I think that's the biggest issue is like everyone wants to become famous in YouTube and or Twitch within like the first like 6 months of trying. And then after 6 months, they kind of abandon the escapade. I don't know why I'm calling it an escapade, but yeah, that's unfortunately exactly what's going on. Is like everyone is just out here having a heck of a time doing that, you know? I'll tell you guys what, I think like I'm very thankful with how I personally have been, you know, tackling the streaming dilemma, because again, I don't ever want to stress myself out all because of a freaking like of a paycheck that may or may not even exist, you know? Like I'm not gonna pull my hair out only because, oh no, I want to become a YouTuber, I want to make pennies on the dollar every day, but I'm still making videos, you know? That's another thing too. I have way too much self-respect in my necessity to be a supportive husband to just, you know, attemptively become only a YouTuber, you know? Like to me, chat, unless I'm making like thousands upon thousands of dollars every single month consistently on YouTube, I will never consider myself ready to like only do YouTube, you know? So that's like the scary thing is like, I feel like a lot of people who are like, oh, I want to become a full-time streamer, the amount of analytics that you need to be a full-time streamer, in my eyes, to be able to support yourself and or a family, astronomical. Like you got to be within like the top, like you got to be in the top percentage of most streamers to even reach that level. It's crazy. And you know, like one thing I've been also like very interested in too is like, you know, speaking of like analytics, you know, now that I've been making money on YouTube slowly and surely, I've become a lot more like aware of like how much money certain people's videos make, and like, you know, how much money you earn per whatever. And I honestly have come to respect the hustle so much more over the past year than I think I ever have in the past. Because I think like previously to becoming like my own partnered YouTube person is like I saw everything that went into YouTube as just like, wow, they must have a lot of fun doing this, or wow, this must be really easy. I've learned that is not the case. YouTube is very hard. YouTube is extremely tedious. Extremely tedious. And honestly, I wouldn't be where I am now without the people in my inner circles and in my streaming prowesses and like radars, you know? Because like honestly, like at the end of the day, guys, there's so many moving parts. There are so many moving parts to how I get to make content on a day-to-day basis. Because like I have like my editor, I have my Discord people who kind of remind me to do certain things. I have it genuinely is kind of intimidating how much work goes into YouTube. But I'm not saying it in a bad way by any means, you know? I think the only reason why I really like YouTube right now is that I think the moment that YouTube becomes a make this video or can't pay rent, I think that's gonna be the moment that I am gonna start being a bit more scared of what videos I make, you know? Like I think becoming a bit more scared about I think becoming more scared about how my my videos do. That's when I think I'm not gonna have as much fun with YouTube as if I start worrying about that kind of thing, you know? 'Cause that part sucks. That part sucks. Because no one wants to be forced to make a video. Nobody wants to be forced to make a video and then have like the threat of, oh yay, guess what, your video didn't perform well, enjoy debt. And it's like, no. Yeah, being a content creator is insane. Honestly, chat, like I think like my favorite question to always like find bigger creators with is like, would you rather have a 9-to-5 or YouTube for all your life? And it's like, you know, 9-to-5 is a different thing, because like 9-to-5 you have guaranteed income more or less, you know, unless like you're working for like a mom and pop kind of place. But like for the most part, you have basically guaranteed income. You're not fighting an algorithm. You're not fighting people, you know, and God forbid you're playing a video game for 4 hours and editing for 4 hours. Like, come on now. I don't know. I feel like some people just don't understand the hustle requirements for most jobs. And I say that in the most, like, you know, I say that in a moderately respectful way, because like, again, you know, I think there has to be some degree of respect when it comes to just like the amount of effort and work that comes to being a proper, engaging YouTuber. Because, you know, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, I am who I am. I'm going to be a content creator who's going to try to be involved with my people. I'm a content creator who's going to just hold on, my eyes are on fire again. Hold on. Oh god, I'm gonna take a nap, chat, and it's gonna feel so good. It's gonna feel great. Oh, I'm alive. I'm dead. All right, nifty, cool, awesome. Somehow that didn't look it was even, but it is. That's wild. Okay, I kind of forgot what I was talking about, but you know, that's unfortunately it's kind of like that's like low key like the way that it is for me. I always forget what I'm talking about. I get these like weird rants, man. I don't know what it is about streaming, man, but like something about streaming just always constantly makes me go on to a huge rant about stuff and things. God, why am I taking so long on these? I don't like that I'm taking forever on this project. Like, I really shouldn't be taking forever, but I am. You know what's gonna be interesting about this whole like face cam experiment thing? Like, one of the biggest things I always constantly think about, chat, is the fact that like I'm afraid that one of these days I'm gonna go back to being a face cam streamer, and I'm gonna not necessarily quote unquote abandon VTubing, but like I'm gonna VTube exceptionally less and just be pure face cam. And like the reason why I'm quote unquote scared of that is because like it's more than anything, I'm afraid of like envisioning my investment into VTubing as a waste or a loss. But at the same time though, I don't really think it would be considered a waste, because, you know, no matter what it is, chat, I love being a VTuber. To me, being a VTuber is fantastic. It's nice, it's fun, and it has also allowed me to be very much involved with so many amazing and fun people. And I like the idea of like, oh hey, I don't think I look that good today, or hey, I look sick. Boom, VTuber model. Like the model's just, it's a good way for me to like showcase myself without having to worry about like my physical appearance as much, you know? And I do appreciate that, and I do love that. Because it definitely is a thing. And you know, no matter what it is at the end of the day, chat, I'm still making my content under myself and my names. All right, had to make sure that was all proper and good. I don't know, because I feel like there's not that many instances like where VTubers graduate from their models and just go back to being pure face cams again. Like, I don't know. The reason why like I'm like so in thought about this, chat, is just because like, you know, for a long time, I have constantly been trying to think to myself, okay, how do I want my content to be reflected over the course of the next while, you know? Because like I feel like I'm always like constantly trying to think to myself like what can I do to make my content more engaging, more fun, which I think is a good thing to think about, you know, overall, personally. But it's almost like, I'm not gonna say nerve-wracking, because again, in my opinion, that's a bit too dramatic of a word. I think like one of the best things I've done with VTubing is like my VTubing situation has allowed me to at least like develop a moderately consistent community. I mean, that's VTubers. Look upon my flesh. Boom. Alright, so we got Curacao. I think we can, you know what? I think we can get away with Curacao by itself. I didn't think I could get Curacao by itself initially in this design, but I think we'll be fine. Oh, wait, crap. No. No. I done goofed. Yeah, this really should not have taken me an hour and a half almost. I really feel like I have slowed down a lot. Like, a lot. Which, I mean, like I said, I don't mind slowing down, because to me, like, a slower pace just means I can get this stuff done easier and better overall. So, I don't know. Weird. Yeah, I gotta commit to this endeavor. Because if I don't commit to, you know, the face cam month thing, I feel like I'm never gonna want to commit, because it's gonna make me feel exceptionally blah. Yeah, hopefully. My biggest thing is, like, I'm always afraid of, like, doing the switch, because last time I did a switch from Facecam to VTuber, I lost a pretty good chunk of my community at the time. And, yeah, it was very, very, disheartening. Oh, hello, Starlight. Will you ever play Minecraft again? I mean, most likely, Starlight. We've been kind of doing a lot of stuff. If anything, we're probably gonna play Hightail, which is technically Minecraft. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing Hightail tomorrow, as like one of my major goals for content. So, yeah. All right, and then Reflection Lab. I think on this one we're just gonna get rid of the division. Sounds fun. I hope it'll be there. Right on. And if you're not Star, we have really cool YouTube videos available for you. So if you ever want to check those out, don't be afraid to look at the videos, because we got some cool stuff on the way. All right, and then so now we're going to bring everything out real quick here. All right, and then I think that's gonna do it. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and open up all 67 of these designs, and yeah. Why is the internet so weird? I noticed some people are using hold on, my eyes are blurry, I can't read right now. Speculums to make sandwiches. I wouldn't eat that if I were them, because I know where that's been. What is a what now? Hold on. Hold on. What is a speculum? Speculum. Oh. Oh. Okay. Disregard. Thankfully, I didn't think there's no images there. Woohoo. How would you make a speculum sandwich? Well, actually, no, that's a lie. You know, actually, though, to be fair, I could definitely see it. I can definitely envision how you could make a speculum using a sandwich. Or what? No, okay. I know I could see how you could make a speculum be useful in making sandwiches. All right, and then that one we can replace. What a wild thing. The things that you find in shorts, I'll tell you what, it is absolutely insane. The things that we find on shorts. Just hopefully it's not. I mean, to be fair, I don't think anyone would. Well, that's probably a lie. There's always somebody. I don't think it would be used. But that's just me. Also, B, hope you're doing happy, healthy, and well. Always a pleasure seeing you here in the stream. Welcome in. Oh, wait. The seagull. The seagull doesn't have a French fry in the chat. The seagull. I gotta get dressed in a few minutes because I'm getting my hair done. Nice, beauty. Well, hopefully you get something nice and pretty. And of course, enjoy yourself, hopefully. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, today is gonna go by really fast and I'm kind of excited for that, but I'm also not. I'm not excited about it because like I don't want to I'm not excited because I don't want to deal with all the shenanigans. Alright, we got Curacao, which again, we can't really fix that. Come on, computer, stop holding yourself hostage. Come on, big fella. Big fella, big fella, big fella. Oh, bruh. And then Curacao, 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 Curacao. Yeah, you can get away with that. Curacao, Dutch Caribbean. Curacao by itself. Good, 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 good. That works. That's okay. I'm gonna scoot you down just a smidge. Okay, apparently a smidge doesn't exist. Actually, wait, hold up. Hold on, I gotta double check here because I feel like I'm having a moment. Having a moment here. Okay, I know it is a little V. Okay, V base. Alright, Curacao, Dutch Caribbean, Caribbean, Dutch Caribbean. I feel like, could I get away with just the word Curacao maybe? Maybe? No, I don't like that. I feel like that one's I think that one might be the that one's not a vibe. I don't like it. Go over here real quick here, change that out. Nah, the word Dutch Caribbean's like way too close. God take it here. Let me here. There we go. Alright. And yeah. Alright, we'll do the dive flag right there for the sake of myself. Alright, and then Curacao, Dutch Caribbean, yes. Yes. Curacao by itself, I think we're fine there. Yes. Yes. What I'm doing right now, Chad, I'm doing what's called a pre-print check. I'm just currently trying to make sure that what I have in this design is going to be adequate for the sake of these things here. And it looks like for the most part I managed to keep this pretty good. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna go over here. Double check this guy. Okay, that one is solid there. God, I don't know why it took me so damn long. Like, just constantly going about it. Like, I was like, just like staring that down. I'm like, okay, finish this one, finish that one, done. Okay, so I've got an hour and a half to try to get some other side things done here. And then I have to finish a absolutely massive thing for Bar Harbor, Maine, which thankfully not a bad time. We can make it work. We can make it work. I just gotta look at these designs here and try to be productive. And let's see. So it has to have it. So it's gonna end. So this big old design is gonna end with around 90, but we are looking at a grand spanking total of 45 completed designs. So we gotta do another 45 designs from scratch, which, well, not from scratch, but like gotta go through them, which honestly, I think for the sake of the stream, we're probably just gonna go through the Bar Harbor thing just so to say that we did, because honest to God, I don't think there's gonna be a I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get through this project, and this thing's due today, and it is a pretty thickin' boy, thick as thieves, you know, thick as thieves. So yeah, here's what we're gonna do, chat. We are gonna go ahead and do this. We are gonna work on the project here today for all of our stuff here today. So then we're gonna go pop. All right, so pop palms. We don't have a pine tree version. Do we have a pine tree version? We don't have one, though. Oh, you punks. We don't have a pine tree version, though. All right, let me see if I can maybe. Let's see. Let me try like graphic. Let's do like a graphic pine tree and see if we can get lucky on the styling of it. I don't know, that one, that's gonna be a little bit of a harder ask, because unfortunately that's gotta be a very particular visual style, and I don't know if we have a thing there for this yet. Let's see. Yeah, kind of like moderately comic-y based. Now I'm thinking of the Segura trees. I'm trying to like envision in my brain here, like what kind of pine trees can I use here to, you know, make a real simple adjustment to this design. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can, like, I just don't want like a Christmas tree, you know what I mean? Like, that's like the one hard thing with like pine tree requests, is that like a lot of times when we get a client who wants a pine tree, we gotta make sure it's not a Christmas tree. Because yes, a Christmas tree is a pine tree, but the visual looks of it is what throws off a lot of things, you know? The visual looks behind it are what kind of throw things off, so. Let me see something here, chat. Stand by. Gonna do a thingy real quick here so that I can hopefully get a get an idea or a concept here, because yeah. So what I'm doing right now, chat, I'm going through like my little miniature library of personal bits and stuff here. I'm trying to see if I can. Yeah, I gotta type in like a bunch of like information here to try to get my my thing right here, which is a little bit unfortunate because it's gonna take me a few mementos to get this all looking reasonable and fine. What's up, Fist? Good to see you. Welcome. It's been a good time and a great day. Pleasure to see you here in the chat. Alright, let's do this real quick here. But yeah, guys, welcome in. If you guys are coming in for the stream for the first time, thank you guys all for being here today. And if you guys are lurking about, don't be afraid to keep on lurking. Always love my lurkers. Always happy to have you guys here in the streams, just hanging out tonight. And if you guys do have any questions, comments, or concerns throughout the course of today's stream, don't be afraid to let me know, and I'll do what I can to answer your questions. But of course, guys, welcome in. All right, there we go. Oh, God's above. You know, it's funny. So like I said, chat, usually like Thursdays and Fridays are my Thursdays and Fridays are typically my my off-camera side hustle days. So the reason why I'm talking about this right now is because so usually, chat, I have usually I don't really play games on Fridays, but because of this recent like winter storm situation, I just don't know if it would be worth it to do taxi, because I feel like it'd be too cold to do anything, you know, or the vice versa, that it's so cold people want more things to do, or people like want taxis so they don't want to walk distances, which is honestly 100% totally down with it, you know. Like if I can get some, oop, disregard. Apparently it's gonna be a busy night today. I'm down with it. So, you playing Arc Raiders? No, Fisk. Unfortunately, I don't really see myself playing Arc Raiders, because like extraction shooters make me sad. Extraction shooters make me very, 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 very sad. It's not fun. Not fun for anybody. Sag. Well, I mean, like, I used to play, like, Escape from Tarkov. Not very well, mind you, but yeah, I did play a little bit of, Escape from Tarkov. I did play another one. I forgot what the name of it was, though, but yeah, extraction shooters just make me really mad a lot, because, unfortunately, I am really bad at those kind of games, and it makes me moderately self-conscious. Makes me moderately self-conscious whenever I have to you know, whenever when I'm really bad at games. Like, I don't like being bad at games. You know, I don't like making content that's where I'm just getting my butt clenched every single time, you know? But at the same time too, like, there's a lot of there is a degree of like funness where it's like, oh my god, the guy who sucks won. Yeah. Boo. What's up, Lara? Good to see you. Welcome in. Oh, lordy, hallelujah. Gotta just do all this bits and bobs there. Man, I definitely get this these designs done and finished out, so just seen a girl haven't seen in 3 years. Nice. Well, hope you had a good time to reconnect. Those are always nice to do, being able to, you know, reconnect with somebody like that. You know, it's been a long, like, it's kind of funny. I think back to the people that I have, like, in my lives, you know, and there's a lot of people I haven't seen in a very long time, you know? A lot of people who I'm like, hey, yo, are you alive? Like, that's like the weird thing about like when you become older and like more detached from, like, you know, the constant access of family. Like, being able to have like, just like, it's weird, even though we have like Facebook, phones, and Snapchat, the ability to genuinely be so connected with our cousins and family, I have had next to no engagement or interactions with my cousins, you know, because like, I have a set of cousins who are across the country for like a language barrier circumstances, obviously, but Facebook, what a boomer. I mean, Facebook's still a valid website, Fisk, so like, what do you want me to do, use Reddit? Yes, let me go ahead and get some family connections with Reddit. That's 100% what I gotta do, you know? Imagine. Yes, Silverado family reunion /r family reunion Silverado edition. It's like, hey guys, did you hear what happened to Steve? It's like, what happened to Steve? He died. What? And then like just some random guy just jumps into the conversation like, oh my god, R.I.P. Steve. It's like, no. Also, it's snowing. It's snowing in your countries because my family and me are literally stuck in our cabins in the mountains because our car couldn't pass through the snow and the chains. Oh no, that's wild. It's very cold, but it's not snowing yet. It is not snowing just yet. Yeah, it's been very cold, but today is like the coldest it's ever gonna be for right now. Gonna be a bit intense. Gonna be a bit intense, that's for sure. Maybe we'll do this instead. God, it's kind of funny. Like I've been recently like trying so hard lately, chat, to not like get over invested into like trying to play certain games before other things. Like I've been so like wanting to play like I've been wanting to play games like Lord of the Rings, Shadows of War again, because I never got to finishing that game. I never really got far. Well, I got far-ish, but not like far. Don't really know like how to put that into better words, you know? Don't know how to say like I've been like I went the distance. One of these days I'll try it though. One of these I'll try to actually do this. Okay. Let's see here. Hey people, the worst drama queen is back. Oh, boo. It's good to see you, Naps, and of course happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing happy, healthy, and well. It's always a pleasure to see you here in the stream. Gotta get rid of all this stuff here. Okay, I'm going by hand here. You know, guys, I'm actually kind of excited to be playing a Blade song tomorrow, because I'm excited to try to I'm excited to try an indie game firstly and foremostly, but I'm also just very excited to try like a new style of approach to content, you know. I rolled off a cliff and caught myself with a nearby tree and managed to survive with only a sore knee and a few scratches. Also a long time to see. Damn, crazy. My account got deleted from Google for no reason. Like, what the hell? What's up, Maiden? Good to see you. Sorry to hear you got things deleted. I mean, Google doesn't really delete accounts, so either A, you got hacked and someone deleted your stuff, or yeah, because like Google doesn't really just delete accounts. Google's usually kind of chill about that. Oh man, we got one of these kind of problems here. Oh Lord. Let's see here. Oh, biscuits. Okay, they did. I'm telling you, Maiden. Unless you got hacked or someone in your family deleted your account, Google does not typically just delete accounts. Like, I have accounts that are over 12 years old and inactive, and they don't delete them. And they usually don't care. Especially if you didn't do anything particularly crazy. They gave me a 29 warning about your account will be compromised. Like, I was scared, so I wanted to take a picture of your name so I can keep watching your streams. They gave you a 29 warning about your account will be compromised. Like, I was scared. Oh yeah, you got hacked. Yeah, Maiden, I think you 100% got hacked because Google doesn't really ask for things like that. So yeah, I think you gave your information away to people. So yeah. Yeah, I think you got hacked there, Maiden. So Maiden, I would highly recommend that you take an opportunity to reset every password that you own, and you know, hopefully fix yourself up, because yeah, you're not gonna be looking too good. Well, that's not great. Man, may I please have a membership? Unfortunately, Maiden, no. I do not have the power to just give memberships. So, yeah. I do not have the, I cannot just give out random memberships to people. All right. How do I do this here? How am I gonna do this to make it make sense visually? Also, Corey, good to see you, by the way. Sorry if I didn't say hi to you earlier. Hope you're having a good time and a great day, and of course, welcome into the stream. We're just currently working on some projects right now, trying to get some progress on this big old list of things that I've got going on here, as one does. So, and again, welcome in. But yeah, guys, the goal this weekend, though, the goal this weekend is to hopefully see about doing some Hytale streams. We're gonna do God of War, obviously. I have an indie game I want to kind of showcase and see what that's about. Really excited about the indie showcase, actually, because I've been wanting to, like, you know, experiment with like a new type of content to show you guys, because one thing I've always noticed is that, like, indie games are like one of those games that, like, you know, people eventually do look up certain games that are just like so like niche, so hidden from like the common eye, that a lot of people, like, feel like pop off on those kind of games. I want to give it a go, you know? I want to give it a run. One of those lines are not matching. Oh yeah, no, don't worry. They're not gonna match, unfortunately. I'm trying to see if I can magically do a thing here. I'm trying to see if I can fabricate this to be a little different, because yeah. I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm so curious at this point. I might as well give it a go. No, that's too different. Way too different. Abracadabra, crazy. Can we hear Bolamis? I don't know what Bolamis is. I'm probably not even saying it right, but no, it's not probably. I know I'm not saying it right. Don't worry, the Danish audience can be mad at me later on, you know, or Hocus Pocus. I mean, I'm more of a bippity boppity boo kind of guy, you know? See if I can't figure out a better styling here. I'm looking for like a lot of lines here. Like a moderately populated. I banish you to the Shadow Realm. Not the Shadow Realm. Crazy. It'll be kind of funny. One of these days, just like learn Danish on like a Duolingo on stream. And just be like, all right, guys, today we're gonna learn Duolingo. Let's go. All the Danes will love me. Petition to make Nico learn Danish. Crazy. Crazy, man. It's a pretty wild ass you got going on over there. You want me to learn Danish? That's crazy. Alright, because... Alright, and then we're gonna grab this orange, make that there. Again, I don't know why the black screen thing just is a constant problem, but it just is. Alright, so for some reason, this thing wants to be extra. Alright, so if we're gonna go, boom, bazam, wadam. Actually, what am I doing? Easy way to do this, just drag, drag. And then do you need police or ambulance? What's up, Scammer? Good to see you. I came back. You're talking about learning Danish. I would you learn Finnish instead. Finnish? You know, believe it or not, I have very little experience with anything of and or from Finland. I think it's a from what I've seen picture-wise, it's a very beautiful country. But I have yet to ever had an engagement of the Finnish persuasion. I don't know why this is so... Yeah, I gotta make these lines a little bit better, you know? Getting attacked with snowballs by my little devil of a brother and send help. Oh boy. give or take. And then this did not do good, which does not look good, I should say. Meh. All right, we're gonna go and then boom, boom. All right, and then hopefully this makes it reasonable. All right, and then we just gotta get that brown in there. There we go. Cool. Is there a guy named Andreas in Twitch? I mean, possibly. I mean, whether or not there are people in the purple side of that name, I have absolutely no clue. I feel like it's like Rule 34. If there's a name, someone's probably named it somewhere on the user internets, the interwebs. All right, and then we're gonna go. All right, and then about like right there. Okay. All right, put that away there. Now I thought you talked to a Danish guy. I mean, I have plenty of people. It's kind of funny. We have like right now the countries that are the most populated in my community right now are Danish, British, for obvious reasons, and Americans. Like Danish, British, and Americans are my top 3 countries that are always in our streams. So, yeah. All right, then we got Bar Harbor, Maine. Bar Harbor. And then on this one, we're probably gonna want to do, don't know why you're like that. All right, we do need to make sure this is at least like semi even-ish with one another, because I don't want this to not be. The nice thing about having like a gaming office chat is like at the very least my computers are helping me stay warm this time around, because like, you know, they're pumping heat because I have 2 computers going on at once. I bet you if I was to turn on and like pop like a game like a really like hardcore game, oh yeah. All right, definitely need to get rid of all this freaking insane tracking that's going on over there, because we do not need that. All right, and then we can go down up 2 points, I'm thinking, give or take. And then yeah. I do want to real quick here. First off, we're gonna go save. Oh, I just realized too, the freaking clouds don't have, the clouds are not even properly outlined. It's kind of silly. Also, how the hell? All right, there we go. So we got a nice little outline on the cloud there. Outline on the cloud there. Okay, cool. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna fly. Because that's gonna be a bit of a See, like, my only problem is like, it's so dirty and random. It's not like a thing to allow me to be able to do this. All right, we're gonna pass this off to the boss man and see what he says about this here. And remake the dark line. Ugh. Hopefully he's like A-okay with it, you know? You know, it's kind of funny though. It's like, if I was to look into this project like right here, right now, would I be able to make this particular, would I be able to make this myself as a human artist? Given time, effort, and research, probably yeah, but it's a lot of time that I unfortunately do not have, so. All right, for right now, we're gonna let that one kind of be for a second, let it cook. Hopefully get a yay or nay on that one. I had to remake the sunlight because of all the dark orange with that, so. Do you like football? I mean, I don't mind it. It's not like my go-to sport to watch. Or soccer? Ah, so you misspelled football. It's spelled like this. Yeah, there's European soccer, aka football, and then there's American football. So, yeah. Two different spellings. But yes, when it comes to football, I don't watch it at all. Mostly just because I was never really exposed to the sport. How did we make this note? Let's see, Acadia. Can I do Bar Harbor? Can I do Bar Harbor instead? Oh, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. No, I think Bar Harbor is the better option. It's just not gonna fit. Yeah, the name drop just does not work. Even if I was to do a even if I was to do that, yeah, Bar Harbor National Park, or Bar Harbor, and then like Maine. Even then, that makes it like so small though. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Acadia National Park. Okay, let me do something here. Acadia. So the biggest problem is that like it's one of those problems where the name drop is way too huge, or too small, I should say. It's one of those where it's like it's a super small name, and it's unfortunately just does not do it. Does not do good. Which is fine, I guess. I'm not gonna do Acadia NP because that doesn't solve my issue either, because that just makes it hella small. Acadia N dot P dot. Like maybe, kinda, sorta, a little bit. I mean, that's about as good as I'm gonna get in terms of like making the space filled out more. Because unfortunately, again, super small name, very redunculous. Very, 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 very redunculous. All right, we'll say ugh for now, because yeah, got a lot of things to do. But yeah, we're gonna try our best to be productive, be active, and get things done. Honestly, you know, just get things done. That's my hope. That's my goal today. Get things done tonight and just try to not piss anybody off. And I think next week, chat's gonna be the week of just like, you know, finally getting over the hump, the blah, you know. He'll be on fire. Yeah, that's true. All right, so we got flowing moose, and then 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then flowing moose mini, grabbing this thing again. Yeah, as much as I would love to just slap that in there, it has to be a different way. You're 23? Nope. I am a bit older, actually. I have the... I don't know, like how people like say, like, you sound young. It's like, I just sound the way I sound, you know? I just sound the way that I sound. Fun fact, I'm almost 30. If that helps you. If that helps you out at all. All right, Acadia National Park. Yeah, again, you're 28? Nope, almost. I'm 29. I am 29 years old. Ain't that something? Okay, I think that's moderately close enough. I was kind of like debating if that was like close enough in terms of like general sizing, but I think it's fine. But yeah, Acadia National Park. Yeah, cause like I don't see a way that I can physically fit Acadia National Park cleanly and with properties and all that, so. All right, and then we've got flow. Oh, I know. I don't need this. I can just do this. Flowing moose, boom, and then mini. Born in 1997? Nope, 96. I was born in 96, so I'm gonna be 30 this year, actually. In November, I'm going to be 30. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, for some reason, like, that number just hits harder than it should. Like, it hits a lot harder than it should. See, like that? That works fine. Looks fine, does fine, beautiful. And it was already done for me, so that makes my life even better. Now, assuming that all these are gonna be bigs and smalls, let's see, 45 divided by 2 is give or take 22, 23-ish design, so it's not that bad, actually. Litho Moose, 22, 4. I have to remake the sun. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of that one there. Litho Moose again. Grabbing this thing. 1.6 on the dot. Yeah, we're gonna be able to get through this project pretty dang fast, I think, tonight, chat. But you sound too young for 29. You sound 20. Face reveal. I mean, fun fact, actually, we're gonna be doing a face cam month starting tomorrow, I believe. So if you want to check out what our face looks like, you can check us out tomorrow. Because yeah, guys, I think we are just gonna switch. We're gonna swap around to do a thing. So yeah. Because we can. What's up, JD? Good to see you, bro. Long time no see. We're doing happy, healthy, and well. Pleasure to see you in the streams. We're having a good time and a great day. Welcome to the everything that is today. Oh wait, they just wanted to wear Acadia. Well, because Acadia by itself, let's see. I mean, Acadia could work. Acadia can work. It's not the worst thing. It's Saturday, so no school, but I gotta go for football practice. So if you stream around 1 p.m., for me, it's okay. I mean, you know, we'll stream when we stream. And if nothing else, if you miss our streams, there's always the VODs, you know? The VOD does exist. The VODs do exist. Alright, so then there's that one done. And then we need to go back over to here again. And then 121.79. All right. All right, Beach Wiener, and then we got Bar Harbor, Maine again. So overall, not too bad. Bar Harbor, Maine. Winter Pipe's frozen 5 days now. Oh no. Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to be hit with that, because if I remember, like, you're up like in the northern regions. So hopefully, Jade, you're able to get yourself a little bit better of a situation. But of course, I'm sorry to hear that you're having the more negative effects of that thing. So yeah, That is definitely a rough time. Rough time indeed. But of course, I wish you and your family a good couple of days, and hopefully a good recovery for the Arctic storm. Because, you know, that's scary, man. Let's see. Beach Wiener. Bar Harbor. Maine. And then we got the mini version of that guy. It's all the freaking crazy bits. A lot of those. There is... Oh, yeah. Come on. And... The read one? The read one. I have the airdrops all done. It was mainly the new arts. Oh. Remember the scene? Oh. I did not. No. The name drops. Let's see here. Sorry, I was one second trying to answer people's questions out of nowhere because I'm getting like a jillion things in my face here. For fish, I only did a different style of the name drop. I was gonna ask about what version. Lighthouse did not start that one. Did you not? Okay. Christ on a stick. All right. Sea lion. Georgia. Sea lion did not do. Wild. I did do one with a there's those stars, Chicago stars from Chicago flag. And that is Connecticut. Let's see. Belugas. Beluga. Let's see. Is there a normal star on that design? So we need to add different stars then. Okay. Oh, I got a billion things to look at here now. Okay, stand by, chat. I gotta reassess myself here. Georgia, sea lion did not. Okay, Georgia, sea lion did not do. That's fair. They were incorporated like the to be there, comma, we can swap for actual stars. That's right. They were incorporated like they were meant to be there. We can swap for actual stars. All right. So then there's that one there. And then for Mystic. Mystic. Let's see. Intrepid. Let's see. Intrepid. Name drops are done. Name drops are done. Goodness gracious, I got so much typing I gotta do now. Into you. All right, I got the Intrepid Museum. Zoo Atlanta. Atlanta. I did the painted tiger head and just improved it from Chris. then South Carolina. Not do eel yet. Not do eel yet. And then Hudson Yard. Let's see. Nope. So much stuff on my face here. My goodness. And then let's see. All right, Georgia, Sea Lion did not do yet. Just need to review the name drops, and I'll send it to you. Name drops are set. Intrepid Museum. Okay. Intrepid. Changes are done. Interview are sending to you. And then Hudson, I need to do. Copyrights. Whew, a lot of things. Okay. Now, hopefully. Sorry for the text bomb. Sorry for the text bomb. Just absolutely just like bomb all the text. Like, meh. Just like, okay. Whew. All right. One thing at a time here. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. All right. Let's take a second here. Now then. Okay. Whew. All right, so create. All right, now then, now we can do this here. So we're gonna go over this way now, and then in progress, 26, paint a tiger. Sure can. Okay. Take a second here to process this whole thing and figure it out because, my god. Mystic Aquarium, Connecticut. Okay, I can do that. That's not too hard. Let her do that real fast there and get through all those things. Okay. Gotta figure that out. Alright. Gonna, then gonna, So yeah, much better. Okay, really quick with Zoo Atlanta. think it was it this one? It's Mystic. South Carolina. Zoo Atlanta. Okay. Okay. That's all her, technically. Okay. Alright, so this one now that we have like a moment of peace, I can kind of reset myself here in a better placement and spot. Alright, and then Command G. Alt G. 2026. Alright. Put that over there. Then I'm thinking we just get a nice little bit of a gray blop and splotch there. Alright. And then let's go ahead and put you like a little bit more into that. Okay, cool. So then Zoo Atlanta. And then we'll just slap that like right in the middle of the ears there. Okay, so yeah, the tiger is there. It's not the most symmetrical, but it's reasonable enough. Alright. Alright, and then we're gonna go tiger art. Get rid of the example. And then we're going to embed the image for this. Come on, computer, you can do it. My computer's having a struggle, chat. My computer is having a struggle bus. Okay, just gotta take a breath and take a breather here, because apparently I'm trying not to bite too much off at like one run, so. Paint the tiger, good there. Okay. All right, so grab this, boom. So yeah, boom. Example, huzzah. And then okay, so that goes there. I don't know why this looks like it's like not even, but I think it's just like the tiger itself just is not symmetrical, which is quite dorky, but yeah, it's not like 100% symmetrical, but like right there, I'd say. Okay, that should. I'm trying to get like the ears to just be a little better, you know? I gotta remember, like the fur, it's fur, so like it's not gonna be like symmetrical in like the way like how it's supposed to come out. Okay, that was annoying, but we got it. All right, so first off, copy this, grab that, place that. All right, I've got the next 20 minutes to kind of just calmly, moderately, do that as is. Okay, you got this. I'm cold. Loki, I might actually want to put a jacket on in my own house. This is a bit chilly today. Yeah, this Arctic storm's gonna suck. But hopefully it's not gonna be too bad tonight, so. Well, not that many change ups, so I can deal with that. So I'll take it. On this, oh no, that's a old picture. I was like, what the hell? Ooh, gosh, it's cold tonight. My window's closed. Just has really my windows just have really bad ventilation, I guess. Goddamn. All right, this design might be a little bit on the thicker side. We'll make it happen. Painted tiger. Alright, we're gonna go over here to the RSM. Painted tiger. Painted tiger head. And then to Atlanta. Actually, wait, no, I just gotta do this. I could do rag test. Alright, and then we'll check this is good. Okay. And then we're gonna go over here real fast. Reduce this thing down to 156 maybe? Hopefully that's gonna be enough of a size difference there. 151.5. Alright, change that around for that purpose in there. And then we're gonna go nice little offset for this. Or giving me the resizing. All right. As I mentioned, the raindrops are all there. New artworks. You've probably just been spending some time on that. Okay, and then I gotta deal with this all stuff and stuff. Okay. Yeah. I might have seen it, but I did get a few. Okay. Painted tiger. Painted tiger. Pintail. Duck, a big crazy. And doing so now. Let's see, what else did I get done? Did the tiger, did the duck. Let's see. Double check all. There's like a lot of color clouds, whale tail. Wait, was that? I think. Yes. All right. We're gonna grab that one. Oh my god, there's so much stuff here. Okay, we're good. We're fine. We're okay. We're okay. Just gotta take something here to vibe and breathe and let it go. All right, we've got the painted tiger head, mini. All right, cool. So that's gonna take care of those. Head, mini set for test. And you just need a little. The ears are a little adjusted. Ears are not 100% symmetrical. Okay. I think we're good. I had to, like I said, I'm trying to visualize, understand where the hell I'm at with all my stuff here. So I think we're good. Okay. Winnie Hut Jr. All right. Sorry if I was like silent there, chat. I had to like hyper focus really badly. So, had to hyper focus real bad. I'm trying to get like all this like stuff going here, and it's yeah. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put that away for now. Grab this. It's not, unfortunately, the fur is not symmetrical, but it's fine. I don't know why I'm so like worried about the symmetry of this thing all of a sudden. So, okay. Whew. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, I think so. And add it to Asana so we're all aware. Okay, so managed hair is done. Nico, boom. Anywhere if you were used to this. Then All American Dog. I didn't touch that one. That one's technically good. Nope. Eh. Let's see. Done. Nico. Rhino. Okay. South Carolina. Okay. Okay. Gonna. Okay. I'm going to go over what I did, and I'll be tagging you, Mary, on those programs. Thank you for your patience. Okay, gonna figure this stuff out. All right, and then we're gonna go over here to catalog 26. Boom, go over here real fast. And then we're gonna go painted tiger head. Boom. Earn that weekend. He'll turn that weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna earn that weekend nice and good. Let's see here. Gotta earn that weekend. Okay. So then that's that. Yes. And then we're gonna go over here. Art development. And then designs approved. And then painted tiger head. Put that away. Put that in here. Paint the tiger head. Boom. And then we're gonna go content management. Place. And then gonna go over here again to this guy. So much stuff to do. But we got it. We got it. Painted tiger head. Okay. Painted tiger head. Boom, 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 boom. All the things, all the stuff. Things and stuff. Goodness gracious. Okay. Okay. Part 2. Okay, so now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through what we've done thus far otherwise, and we're gonna need to be doing some things. Okay. So now, event network, Intrepid, boom, get rid of everything here. Go through the whole thing, make sure nothing has a copyright, make sure everything looks okay, and then we're gonna transfer that over and do as needed. What the hell's all? Whew. So much. Oh, so much to do. So much to do, so much to do, so much to do. Okay. Intrepid. Boom. With this thing, 252. Cool. Alright, so then we're gonna go USS Intrepid Sunset. Boom. With a 2025 size to it. Good. Go away. US flag type. Alright, we're gonna kind of see what that one says and leave that alone. Or for both. I feel like on that one, we'll let that one kind of be for a second. Alright, let that one be, let that one chill. Alright, that one, Interpret Museum, New York, 1982, with the French fry on it. Cool. And I'm pretty sure the sunset, the seagull. Let's see, event network. And then Intrepid, Sunshine Seagull. Double check on that guy here. Again, it's 1 point too high. Alright, there's that. Change it up. 2025 size, yes. And then this one technically is fine. Alright. So much work. I'm like, I've been doing like a real quick mental reset, chat, because there's a lot more of this than I thought. Intrepid Museum, I really hate the amount of tracking in that, if I'm being honest. Intrepid Museum, edge to edge. We can't really go edge to edge on that one though, because that one just doesn't. We'll see what they say on that one. Intrepid Museum. And then make sure this is a good size circle. Good. Yeah, I gotta go over all that crap too. Intrepid New York. And then double check on that. I know like the nautical mare had like a requested change. U.S. Intrepid, New York. Okay, cool. So that one's fine. No copyright. No copyright. Nothing. Nothing. Intrepid Museum. The ship. All right, New York. Good. Fantastic. Beautiful. Okay. There's a copyright over on this guy here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Hopefully I can grab this and not lose my mind. Okay, cool. So the reason we get around these copyright chats is that certain businesses have things where like they want the designs to be seen by them. They already paid for these designs, so like it doesn't really matter for us. And plus the copyrights are so small, we already copyright our designs anyway, so. All right, USS Intrepid, no copy. Okay, so that one, I believe we give to her. Give to her, go away. Next, Zoo Atlanta. All right. And then South Carolina, boom, check. I don't understand what that was requesting, but we'll figure it out. Alright. So we got... I have to double check on that one. Might need to double check on that guy there. God, my windows suck. I can just feel the cold air just blasting into my office right now. Brr. I mean, on the upside, my computers are probably loving it, but like, ugh, it's cold. I can feel the chills. The chills. The chills. Alright, grab that. Get rid of all these dang copyrights here. What's up, Ian? Good to see you. Welcome back in. Good to have you here. Alright, epic and good. Aquarium, South Carolina, aquarium there. South Carolina. No copyright. Horseshoe crab. Looks ugly, but that's how it is. Charleston, I think that was added by our guy. Holy bejeebus, this thing's clogging up my PC's power to do things. Alright, no copyright, South Carolina aquarium. Looks okay, I guess. Again, I don't like how we get to do this one, but technically it's okay-ish. It's really small. Yeah, I don't know. South Carolina aquarium, no copy. Good. Technically that's all I can... I don't know how else to really redesign that, so... yeah. Just gonna... let it be, let it be. No copyrights on that. Good. Once we get rid of this thing should be able to hopefully process and function faster. South Charleston, South... Oh, that would have been such a better thing. Wait, where did the message in a bottle come from? Where did that message in a bottle come from? Hello? Is Charleston an option? Am I insane? Shooby. Okay, looks like that might have been added by our guy. So, okay. Looks like that'll be there. Had to confirm on that. I'm like, what? The H. Alright, good. South Carolina aquarium. I feel like that looks even. South Carolina guard dog. Not really a good G for that anyway. Good. Cool. aquarium. I don't like this at all. I really don't like that at all, bro. Biscuits. Yeah, I'll see about it. I'll have to see what I can do about that there. South Carolina aquarium. Okay. So put that away for now. Let's see if I can put a thing here. Big eye fish. Alternate. Let's see here. Here we go. And we do alt name drop. I'll put this like right here from now. Just so that way that can kind of like do something a little bit different there. All right, so now we're gonna move this one over to her. And then Zoo Atlanta. So that one is technically done. Okay, so now let's go over to our tiger here. Painted tiger. Alright, I'm gonna do painted tiger head here real fast. We'll do painted tiger head. Good. And then let's go ahead and refresh this real fast here. We're gonna refresh it and we're gonna hopefully get rid of this thing because I don't know what the hell. Alt type on request only, and then we'll get the live type in there for ourselves. All right, then we got Zoo Atlanta. On request only. Okay, cool. Had to make sure that was like somewhat okay. All right, and then I think we're gonna just scooch you to the side ever so slightly. Grab this. And then all right. Cool. So we got that there. And then we're gonna go through this to make sure this is all beautiful and such. Okay. Now, the only thing is this design does take a couple minutes to process and go through, but we'll be fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just because our workload's gonna be a little bit on the slower side right now, we're gonna go ahead and take our regularly scheduled break. But guys, don't forget, tomorrow is going to be a face cam day. I am going to be updating you guys, letting you guys all know it's gonna be what's gonna be going down. I'm excited to hopefully officially activate face cam stuff, and hopefully you guys will have a good time with that. So it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be nifty, it's gonna be cool. But again, guys, as always, though, and forever, be safe, be awesome, happy Friday, and as always, adios, sayonara.